We have a neon museum, a comics and collectibles shop, and a skate park under a bridge.
Are we going on a road trip?
No, but we will also be stopping by a board game cafe, a thrift shop, and look at some firefighter history.
Okay, seriously, where are we going? All of these places sound so cool.
Eric, we aren't actually going anywhere. These are all places we are visiting on today's episode of Just Next Door.
I'll give thanks if you say no. Fun, it's great if you say
Hi, and welcome to Just Next Door. I'm Eric Valenti.
And I'm Libby Gilliland. Hey Eric, how long is the show? Because I'm actually pretty hungry and a little bored.
We just started, but did you say hungry and bored?
Yes, I did.
Perfect, because first up, we want to take you to a place called Thirsty Dice Board Game Cafe. You can play one of the 800 board games in stock, drink some milkshakes, or take part in any of the number of community game nights they have.
Board games are a great way to relax with friends and family, and there's no better place to do that than Thirsty Dice.
I think we're a very relaxing atmosphere. People can come here with their family, friends, or like on a date. Because it's not super intense or intimate, it allows more of a free-flowing conversation either over a board game or getting to know each other. It's just a really awesome experience.
We heard about this place, Thirsty Dice, in Fairmount, where you come and you can have drinks and food and play games. There's a myriad of games inside. You can pick out which games you want to play.
This place is really cool. You know, it's my first time here. There's a ton of games that they have. I think they said over 800. The drinks are great. The food looks really good. So it's a lot of fun.
Thirsty Dice is located in Fairmount, and they open up in the afternoon. The exact times are on their website, and hope to see you there.
For more information, you can check out their Facebook page or their website at thirstydice.com. I don't know about you, Libby, but I could go for a nice milkshake right about now.
Milkshakes are cool, I guess, but I prefer some regular ice cream. Our next spot is called Sprinkles Ice Cream Shop. This local ice cream spot looks small, but the love from the community is anything but. Take a look at Sprinkles Ice Cream.
Sprinkles Ice Cream is an amazing little ice cream shop located in Elkins Park, Pennsylvania. They have a great selection of flavors to choose from and a variety of cones and toppings. And if you're lucky, you might be able to meet their lovely dog, Lainey.
Sprinkles has been around about 35 years, and we've been the owner for 7.
Sprinkles has a great selection of flavors to choose from and a variety of cones and toppings. Not only do they serve ice cream, but they will take any combination of flavors you love and make it into a delicious milkshake.
Our favorite part about running the ice cream store is the being part of the community, being a place where people gather. It's a friendly place, it's a happy place. Lately we've had local musicians. All of our ice cream comes from local dairies, and it's all a premium ice cream. It's a really good ice cream. Our most popular flavors, number 1, I buy more vanilla than anything else. The second most popular is chocolate. Third and fourth are cookies and cream and mint chocolate chip. Hands down the top 4 biggest sellers.
Sprinkles is open year-round, so if you're craving something sweet, I suggest.
Open from 12 to 9 p.m. Sunday to Thursday and 12 to 10 p.m. on Fridays and Saturdays. To check out Sprinkles Ice Cream, they can be found on their Facebook page at Sprinkles Ice Cream.
I think all of this ice cream talk is making me a little hungry.
So now you're hungry too?
I'm allowed to be hungry too, Libby. Anyway, for our next segment, we want to move away from food and talk about Blue Line Comics and Collectibles, a store filled to the brim with everything a comic book fan would enjoy. Take a look.
We're in the heart of South Philly, 17th and Rittner. It's Blue Line Collectibles. We are a collectible shop, a hobby shop, comic book store. We run the gambit, but it's really 50-50 action figures and comic books. Like, they're all there, just kind of displayed outward. You could just walk around and look at them and kind of take a trip through memory lane, seeing stuff that you grew up with if you're a little bit older, or there's stuff down low for the kids to just kind of latch onto and grab and have some fun. To me, it kind of feels like a museum. Just walking around and looking at all these things, we keep it sectionalized, so every time you're somewhere, you're kind of taking a tour through that medium or through that media. We're a no-pressure store. We invite people to come in and hang out and look around, spend as much time as you want in here. And then we also trade with people, too. So people come in, we'll look at collections. We're sticklers for things being mint in box and such, but we just want to keep that quality level high and just the beauty of it. We have a subscription that we offer that, if you want to want us to hold something for you, we can. Seeing it is really the joy to come in and really just kind of get overwhelmed.
Open 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. from Wednesday to Saturday and 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Sunday. Blue Line Comics and Collectibles can be found on Instagram and Facebook at Blue Line Collectibles. So, Libby, are you a comic book fan?
Not really, Eric.
Oh, okay. Do you prefer ice cream or milkshakes?
Neither, to be honest.
Well, there goes my questions.
We're going to take a short break, but when we come back, we're going to take a look at a few more hidden gems in Philadelphia you can find just next door. Welcome back to Just Next Door. So far, we both got really hungry and talked about ice cream, then comics. Both are really cool, but I think I know something a little cooler than that.
Cooler than ice cream or comic books? Now you just sound crazy.
The Philadelphia Neon Museum is an experience in the city unlike any other, with enough colors and lights to make a rainbow jealous. The Philadelphia Neon Museum is our next stop.
This is a collection of neon signs that I've been putting together since about 1978 when I first started gathering neon. I think the neon signs are a way of learning about Philadelphia and American history basically before the internet.
The purpose of this museum is to preserve and create neon, but it also has a special focus on local businesses.
At Standard Tap, we've been doing something called Sausage Fest for about 10 years now. I reached out to Len to get a neon made that would be our sort of mascot for Sausage Fest. We put in the window just once a year during Sausage Fest and kind of promote the whole thing.
Apart from local businesses, this museum is also helping to promote other budding museums trying to make it in the Philadelphia scene.
I am trying to create a Philadelphia Brewery Museum, or Brewseum. My friend Len, who has the Neon Museum, asked if I would do a temporary exhibit for about 6 weeks. He does rotating exhibits on different subjects just to add some interest, bring some different people in.
It's very energizing to be here at the museum. Some people come in and look around quietly and then they leave, but a lot of people are very excited about the museum. It touches something that they're interested in as well, and they just leave glowing.
Open from 4 to 8 p.m. on Fridays and 12 to 5 p.m. from Saturdays to Sundays, the Philadelphia Neon Museum should be on your list of spots to check out in Philadelphia. Say, Eric, do you ever wonder if the museum gets too hot?
I imagine so, Libby. And speaking of hot, let's talk about our next spot, the Fireman's Hall Museum, located in Old City, Philadelphia. Open Tuesdays through Saturdays, this historical museum showcases many important moments in firefighter history, as well as pays tribute to those firefighters who have fallen on duty.
The Fireman's Hall Museum is home to not only important firefighting history and memories, but also the importance to Philadelphia's story. Check out the Fireman's Hall Museum.
Let's take a trip to the Fireman's Hall Museum, which is located in Old City, Philadelphia.
My name is Tom Ryder. I'm a member of Fireman's Hall Museum on the board of directors and an honorary chief in the Philadelphia Fire Department. Well, the exhibits that we have on display here at the museum, starting with the first floor that we're on now, are a lot of the antique fire apparatus, hand-drawn, and horse-drawn. We also have the 9/11 exhibit from September the 11th, 2001, in memory and in tribute of the firefighters who gave their lives that day. One of the main exhibits is the stained glass window, honoring the Philadelphia firefighters, volunteer and paid firefighters who gave their lives in the line of duty. And underneath the stained glass window are their names and the dates they were killed and died in the line of duty. We have also a display that you walk into and you actually are on board a fireboat with the steering wheel of the boat in your hand.
The Fire Hall Museum is open Tuesdays through Saturdays from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. There's no admission, but donations are greatly appreciated.
For more information, you can check out the Fireman's Hall Museum Twitter and Facebook pages, as well as their website at firemanshallmuseum.com. Anyways, out of the Fireman's Hall and into the thrift store, as Libby always says.
I have never said that once in my life, but since you mentioned thrift stores, let's take a look at our next location, I Spy You Buy, a local fashion thrift store located in Germantown Avenue, and may be the next place you go to shop. Take a look.
In today's culture, thrift shopping, or thrifting, is as popular as ever. In a packed place like Philly, options are plentiful, but one in particular off of Germantown Avenue, called I Spy You Buy, separates itself from the rest of the pack by pouring passion and heart into the hobby.
Okay, so my name is Dolly. I'm the owner of I Spy You Buy, Philly Thrift, located right here in Mount Airy. So I started off by doing yard sales. I'm a big-time thrifter. And did yard sales for about 4 years. And I decided to open up my store.
Despite humble roots with the yard sales, Dolly's store has transformed into something for everyone. Sports fans needing things beyond clothes like jewelry or home goods. But to Dolly, it's not all about the products. It's more about the concept.
This is really like a form of art. Everybody can do this. It's not for everybody. Not that they can't do it, but a lot of people don't have the patience to do it, and to continue producing and replenishing and hunting, because it's a job. I do this 24/7. If I'm not in the store, I'm in the field, so I'm fighting the clothes.
Despite Dolly's obvious passion for the art form that is clothes, she isn't in this for the money, nor to have the best store. The real art that she loves the most is the connection that she can make with her customers.
To be able to lift somebody up right now, we're going through a shift, and it's deeper than clothes. So I care about the clothes, yeah, I do, but it's more about the connection I'm making with my customers, which are my family, So it's always been deeper than clothes.
Eric, you could really use some upgrades to your wardrobe. Maybe you could have a few walkthroughs of the store. You would also be helping out a local business, so this is a win-win situation.
Thank you, Libby. That hurt. We are going to take another quick break, but don't go too far because soon we will be right back here on Just Next Door.
Exposure to blue light can mess with your sleep and memory cycle, so make sure you limit your screen time at least 2 hours before you go to bed.
Welcome back to Just Next Door. We saw a lot of really cool places today, but we are not done yet. Livy, what was your favorite part of college?
Oh, definitely having my friends around, and I have to say hosting the show is definitely a highlight.
Those are cool and all, but the correct answer is actually going to see improv comedy shows. Improv comedy is a popular form of comedy that has featured in different films and shows, but is still an ever-present and popular showing in many colleges and universities. Take a look.
One college trope that never gets old? A comedy troupe. Improv comedy is a popular college activity that can be found in many schools, especially in schools like Villanova, Drexel University, and LaSalle University. Improvisational comedy may look easy, but the act of being funny for an entire audience without a script may not be in everyone's skill set.
I am Greg Shannon. I tried out for the improv team my freshman year, didn't make it, wasn't talented enough. But then I tried out my sophomore year and still didn't make it.
While it may be easier for some more than others, it all depends on the person and what lengths they are willing to go to get a laugh.
My name is Jonathan Colella. I go to LaSalle University, and I've been on the improv team for almost 4 years now, since I was a freshman.
Regardless of skill level, catching an improv comedy show is bound to be a night well spent with some talented performers.
I come out to the improv shows because they're always a good time, and I really enjoy watching my friends make fools of themselves in front of the general public.
Environment! Well, I didn't know what improv was. And then I auditioned, and I was like, oh, this is kind of fun, this is kind of quirky, this is kind of cool. And now I'm here on the team.
The next opportunity you get to see some improv, go for it. You might not regret it.
Improv 101, it's like driving a car. You do it too late at night, but fall asleep.
That video really took me back to my college years, Eric. Reminds me of when I used to do athletic things in the good old days.
Fun fact, Livy is actually 35 years old. Hey, speaking of athletic things, did I ever tell you I used to skateboard? Well, I don't, but if I did, I know where I would go. I would go to FDR Skate Park, located under the Delaware Expressway. Let's take a look.
Let's take a trip to South Philly and visit a park where skaters can come together and let their creativity and skills flourish. Just a 7-minute walk from the Energy Broad Street station, the FDR Skate Park quite literally sits under a bridge in the back of FDR Park. Regardless of it being hidden from the street view or wandering eyes, that doesn't stop skaters alike from coming here and enjoying the park. The skate park has 2 sections, one for flat ground tricks and another for bowl skating. Tons of graffiti can be found all around the park, giving the bowls character that fits the skating community all too well. Here I was able to grab some clips of a young skater named Jake, who showed us a couple of his favorite tricks before calling it a day. Skateboarding has always had the ability to not only entertain, but also bring people together. Next time thinking about exploring Philly, consider taking a trip to FDR Skate Park.
FDR Park, baby, we're under here.
That looked like a really cool place if you did skateboard, Eric.
If only I did, but I didn't. However, today we have someone who does, and they are here with us to talk about skateboarding at FDR Park, and they may even show us some cool tricks. Hey, Sean, it is a pleasure to have you here today.
Thank you.
So where are you from, and how long have you been skating?
So I'm from Philly. I was born in London, but I came here when I was younger. And I started skating back in 2009, but it's been on and off, so it's been about 5 years in total.
That's pretty cool.
So how did you first get into skateboarding?
My cousin, actually. He had a game on his PS2 called Skate 3. In that game, we played a lot. We used to play a lot of different mini games and stuff. So eventually, we just decided to get skateboards, and I learned from there. Didn't get too far, but I picked it up a couple years later.
That's pretty cool. What's your favorite part of skateboarding?
So it's hard to pinpoint my favorite part, but let me see if I can paint a scene. So imagine you're on your board. It's a nice day, 70 degrees. You're in some real comfortable clothes, and you're in a really nice place, by the beach, in the mountains, wherever. You're skating up this hill, you're pushing real hard. You make it to the top and you see a beautiful scene just laid out in front of you, and a nice road to take you down through it. So with a little press on the ground, you zoom forward. It's like looking out of a car mirror or looking out of a car window, but without all the walls. It's like seeing the whole world in a really weird and unique way. Because you're just standing there.
Right.
You're just standing on a piece of wood. But it's a different feeling having the wind going through your hair and feeling that environment. It's a very weird feeling.
Yeah.
But if I could capture what I like about skateboarding, I would say that's the feeling.
That's
awesome.
pretty deep.
So when you first started skateboarding, were you a natural, or is it something that you really had to work hard at to get as good as you are today?
I think I had to work super hard. It's been a while since, but I left off at a part of skating where I wasn't really doing any tricks or anything, but I was really comfortable just riding around. So when I got back into it, I started where I left off. I didn't know any tricks, but I just wanted to start back up riding around. So while I was learning, I'd say I was, working quite a bit just to figure out how to stay on the board, but, the more you ride, the more you learn.
Do you have like a favorite skateboarder, you think? It's hard to think of one.
So, off of a broke man's budget, I can only have one at a time. But I got this one recently because of my other board. It broke, got hit by a van, unfortunately.
Oh, man.
Yeah, but it has some of the same things, like it has the same wheels. I got new bearings for it and different things, but I think I just have my skateboard and a longboard at home.
Cool.
Yeah.
And who is your favorite skateboarder if you had to pick somebody that you look up to?
Honestly, I don't really look up to a specific person. When I look at people who skateboard, I look at what they're doing and I see what they're accomplishing. So if I go to a skate park or if I see a skater go past me, I'm looking at them and seeing what they're doing. Like, I worry more about what people are doing on an individual level rather than just like focusing on someone that maybe I won't meet or whatever and how they're doing. But I like seeing how everyone's sort of improving in their own way at a skate park or just riding street. But, yeah.
And what are some of the places that you skate at in Philly or outside of Philly, and what's your favorite?
So I usually street skate, but if I do go places, it's to Payne Skate Park, which is, I think it's near the Art Museum. And I've just been going there just because it's more convenient, but I've also been learning how to like traverse the area more, because I feel like this has been like my learning curve, essentially, or I've been using the skate park as my learning curve since there isn't like huge bowls or huge ramps to go down and stuff like that. So I've just been going there to practice and as a little treat for myself when I want to get off the street. Stop falling over pebbles and cracks in the road. But yeah.
Earlier we had like a package on a thrift store. Do you have any like clothing you would recommend people wear, or like what do you wear? What kind of sneakers do you wear?
Oh, okay. So I wear a lot of flat-footed shoes just because it goes best with the board. I learned through trial and error not to wear a lot of shoes like Jordans and running shoes because they grip, and that's what the grip tape is for, which is this sandpaper sort of substance, if you want to feel.
Right. I always wondered why they were like that.
So the flat-footed shoes, they're for the grip tape because they grip onto it much better than a shoe that would form to your foot normally, you know? So, yeah, I mean.
From a lot of the skate videos we see on social media, skateboarding can be really rewarding, but there's also a lot of threat of injury. Have you ever been injured, and does that ever plague your mind when you're skating?
Yeah, skating is a huge risk-reward type of sport. I've taken my fair share of falls. I actually fell yesterday. My hands are kind of messed up from it.
Oh, man.
But, you know, regarding that risk-reward sort of payoff, it's more catered towards your own skill and what you're comfortable with. So if you only know how to ollie, which is essentially the jump of skateboarding, if you only know how to ollie, you want to do tricks or go places where you would only have to ollie to do like whatever or do whatever you want, you know?
Do you think you could show us a trick right now?
Yeah, sure thing. You know, and since we were talking about an ollie, I could try one right here. All right.
Oh.
I missed it a little bit, but yeah, that's an ollie. It's essentially getting off the ground with your board. I think it was actually made during like the 1960s during a freestyle skate contest. I forget who did it, but it like blew everyone's minds when they first did it. And
Awesome.
Well, thanks again for joining us on Just Next Door. Thank you, Sean.
All right, thanks for having me.
Don't forget to check us out on social media at LaSalle TV Philly or on Instagram at LaSalle TV. I'm Libby Gilliland.
And I'm Eric Valenti. We will see you next time on Just Next Door.